All right, Kenman here. Today we have a second day in a row with another Rosecraft blades. They have some awesome stuff I'm gonna pass around group. I got a couple at the same time, so we got 2 days in a row. Some really fun slip joint action. What is in this box today? Shut up, Kenman. The Rosecraft Tanasi Lake Teardrop. If you have your finger on the pulse of the channel, you have seen this knife before. Ooh, this one is a little darker blue. When I was in Texas, talking with people in the Vertical Live, and Kathleen wanted one. Justin wanted to get one for her. I was there. I picked one up and made that situation happen. So I had one of these for a few days. It is now gone and moved on. But that one was more of a baby blue, lighter blue. This one's a little bit darker. I'm noticing these extra kind of spots. This looks really cool. They both looked great. That's what's interesting with like a bone type handle. You're going to get some unique differences and qualities and things like that. But yeah, this is the Tanasi Lake Teardrop as seen from my Blade Show Texas haul. This one is obviously in the pass around group. But in that pass around group, Andy from Rosecraft was so gracious to also say that some of the knives from the pass arounds we will get to keep. And so from that first pass around group, this is the knife that I was gifted and get to keep for me. I had already decided when we found out about that I was going to use it as a giveaway. So I'll be saving this for my 10K giveaway, which hopefully will be coming up soon. I appreciate everyone for hanging out, being part of the channel, members, subscribers, everyone. So I'll do a nice big celebratory giveaway at 10K, which should happen probably in the next month with the way the numbers are going now. But let's get back to this knife. The Tanasi Lake Teardrop. This is an amazing little slip joint. The blue bone on there just looks gorgeous, like unique kind of ripples right in here and some nice little speckles and stuff. Really cool. We have the nice nickel silver shield and the bolsters. D2 on the blade steel right there with kind of a teardrop drop point, kind of a wider. It almost gets thicker. It's like the thickest point is out here. You get a little bit of more meat out on the tip of that blade for doing some work. I love this. I've been getting more into slip joints lately. Rosecraft makes some really great stuff. If you haven't had a chance to pick one out, I'm going to turn these unboxings for these this pass around and all the Rosecraft blades that I already own for myself into like a playlist. I actually own 6 Rosecrafts. This is my 7th in my collection, but I'm going to drop back to 6 because I'll end up giving this one away. Half stop is awesome. Blade is right in the center. Nice long nail neck for getting in there. Real easy to kind of get going and then pinch out the rest of the way. I would give this like maybe a 4.5 to 5 on the strength of the pull. I can't just pinch it. Well, I can, but it's a little bit harder than just a simple pinch for the whole thing. But that nice big nail nick right there, like I said, you can get pretty much anywhere in there. Pretty easy to open and close on this one. Does kind of widen out on the belly just a little bit right there and here. It's a smaller knife, but it feels really good. Nice, easy for using. Blade holds in pretty good, obviously, because because it's a slip joint, you're going to be able to push that way a little bit, but not so much that I have any concerns. Rosecraft does a really good job with their craftsmanship. If you look at the way these scales are on there, the smooth finish, very clean. You almost can't see the seams on these layers in here. It's just so well done. Blade is solid when it's open, very solid when it's open. Really nice half stop on there. Clean look. Super nice. Which Comment below. Share with us. What's your favorite one? Mine has kind of been moving around lately. I'm an indecisive. I change my mind on a daily basis. It wants to be 6 3/8, but it's not quite. Just under 6 3/8 total length. Blade wants to be 2 7/8. If it's just at that slight angle, it's 2 7/8, but it's more right in between 2 6 and 2 7/8. Wouldn't that be like 13 16ths or something? Math. Handle 3.5. Smaller size, but just packs a punch. 0.1, 0.09, or maybe it was 0.09. Okay, so it's 0.1 right here, but then from here out to there, it's 0.09. So that thickness does carry out pretty good. I'm sorry if I'm out of focus here on that blade. Nice. I mean, for the size, it looks thicker than 0.1. I dig it though. Right in the center here, 0.47, the width this way, 6.4. Widest on the tip of the blade here, 0.59, with the never-ending battery. It's gonna live forever. .2, nice and light, small, great for the pocket. 2.05, I've got a case Sodbuster Junior, kind of a similar design. I figured I'd throw that in the mix today. I always throw the Kaiser Drop Bear as a good daily carry, kind of a EDC bug out killer. Good size comparison. 3.29 on that. 2.2 on the Tanasi Lake. The Teardrop. Wasn't as much into the slip joints a year ago, but I've always liked knives. I've always had some, and lately I've been getting more and more into them. I like a variety. More often than not, though, give me a ton of jumps like this. Give me a good fidget factor, some micarta. The Kaiser Drop Bear is a win. Great EDC size, not quite full size. You can see handles about a 1/2 inch or more bigger, and definitely almost twice as wide this way. Blade is pretty close, actually, just maybe 1/4 inch longer, but obviously much wider. More of a presence on that Drop Bear there. We have the Case Sodbuster Junior. Set a similar slip joint. It does not have a half stop. It's just got a long pull, but it does have a lighter. I can pinch open that entire thing. Not as fancy, the base model Sodbuster Junior that I have. Size-wise, though, Sodbuster Junior is also a pretty popular common size as far as slip joints go. Handle is pretty much the same. Maybe, if anything, it's got just a little more with that point on the end. And then the blade is actually almost identical. If anything, Sodbuster Junior would be just a little bit bigger. But in reality, if you do have a Sodbuster Junior, you can use that as a comparison. It's very similar in size. Nice little slip joint from Case. All right, I have been doing paper cut tests here on the unboxings just for some fun. Ooh. Not good at all right here. What? Now, this is in the pass around, and it's gone to 5 other people. So they may or may not have done that. I am going to just give this a couple of strops. That's it. Just a few strops. Let's see what that did. Much better already. It does have a little bit of a thing though, but I feel like if I get on this ceramic rod just a few times, couple more strops quick here. Let's just see what that did. Look at that. So it needs a little bit of work, but yeah, it's catching somewhere. But just that little bit really can start touching it up. Pretty much all of the Rosecraft knives that I have unboxed and tested out, the cut test has been really nice. So that was a little surprising, but it did touch up really fast. I bet you if I go in there and hit it a few times, we could clean this up, which I will do. Stay tuned on the next live or whatever. We'll do another cut test with it. These are really fun. I love slip joints, kind of a modern company, a newer company, Rosecraft. Andy over there has got some great designs, good attitude, just a awesome company that makes some really cool stuff. I mean, I know they send me this for free, but I give my open and honest opinion on all my unboxings and discussions. I do like what they're making for the price that they're going at. This is a good kind of budget to mid-range company set of slip joints. Most of them are between $50 and like $80. But if you're interested, go check them out. I got a link in the description. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.